Like and subscribe on the way in the door, people. Hope you all are doing well. Today I want to talk about, would Michael Jordan have those 6 rings without Scottie Pippen? And my answer is, I believe he would. Give or take. Maybe it'll be 4 to 5 rings. Maybe it'll be 7, 8 rings. And the reason I believe he would is for this very simple reason. Michael Jordan didn't want to win. Like, he had to win. He needed to win. Like, I did a video. I hadn't put it up yet, but I did a video on the difference between Mike and Kobe. And one of the differences I state is I think Mike's motivation to play was much more simple than a lot of other superstars. Michael Jordan was simply about winning. That's it. Not stats. Not chasing a legacy. Simply about winning and losing. And because of that, he put the pressure on his teammates, which made them better. Everybody on Jordan's team gets much more praise because of the rings they won with Jordan. And they get looked at with higher respect for winning. But to me, it all started with Jordan just not being able to accept losing. So we're not here arguing about whether or not he was an asshole to his teammates. Because, yes, maybe he wasn't the best person in that regard. But if we're talking about the results, it worked. Like, you could not be his teammate if you couldn't play without fear. You could not be his teammate if you weren't going to put 150% in. And I feel like Mike made all of his teammates, including Scottie. If Scottie had wound up on another team besides the Chicago Bulls, we would not be looking at Scottie in the same light that we look at him in. And I don't understand how Scottie doesn't understand that either. But we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, so Mike made Scottie. If you were around when Scottie first came into the league and watching basketball, you know those first few years of Scottie playing, he was not great or even close to it. He had potential that Mike pushed him towards in practice. That Mike set an example for everyone on that team that practice should feel like the playoffs. And to me, that's the difference between Mike and a lot of other superstars. Is the level of intensity that he practiced with because he needed to win. Well, I mean, what other superstar do you know of where you hear the teammates talking about practices feeling like playoff games? So here's something for you. Did you guys know that at one point Tracy McGrady could have potentially went to Chicago? What do you think would have happened if that trade happened? If Tracy McGrady went to Chicago, because here's the way I see it. Tracy McGrady is much more talent and potential than Scottie Pippen. Like, to me, Scottie exceeded his potential because of being pushed by Michael Jordan every day. Can you imagine somebody with the, because I mean, to me, Tracy McGrady at one point you could have argued was on par with Kobe in ability. Now, I don't think he had the same mentality as Kobe, but in ability, Tracy McGrady was up there on Kobe Bryant's level. Can you imagine if he had went to the Bulls being pushed every day by Michael Jordan? And this is going to be controversial, but, you know, Scottie gets looked at as this ultra defender, which he is. But two things. He's not a better defender than Mike, despite that narrative being pushed out there. I mean, if you go back and watch some of the games, just Mike's personality made him a better defender. Like he's just relentless. Like he doesn't know how to play at half speed. So imagine what Tracy McGrady would have been if he's getting pushed every day in practice. Imagine what kind of defender he would have been playing alongside Michael Jordan. So I would argue Tracy McGrady probably would have wound up, if not as good a defender as Scottie, close to it, and he would have been way superior on the offensive end. What do you think would have happened if Tracy McGrady wound up on the team with Mike? And that goes to my point. I think anybody relatively talented who wound up on the team with Mike, that's all Michael Jordan needed. So if T-Mac wound up on the Bulls, maybe we're looking at 7 or 8 championships instead of 6. I mean, the more and more I research the differences between the elite players, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Russell, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. The more I look into what makes them similar and what makes them different, what makes some excel more than others, to me, it is the mentality. Michael Jordan needed to win. You could almost say he had a problem. He probably would say he had a problem. He needed to win. And I think the difference between stars who excel beyond normal limitations is that how much they need to win, how bad they want it. And like I said, Michael Jordan's journey was simplistic to me compared to other superstars. A lot of other superstars, especially the ones that came after Mike, they were chasing legacies. You know, they were chasing greatness and wanting to be viewed like Michael Jordan was viewed. But like I said, Michael Jordan was fixated on winning. That was key objective every single day, whether it was in practice or the game. Key objective was to win. And I think that's what separated him from a lot of people who had these extra, to me, extra things really weighing them down is that need to be great, so to speak. Anyway, that's all I got on that. Yes, I absolutely think it is highly possible that Jordan would have wound up with 6 championships, give or take a couple of championships, you know, even without Scottie. All he needed was someone else with a decent amount of talent, and he would have molded them into a top 50 player, if not more. So let me know what you guys think in the comment I hope you have a good day. Thanks to the people who've been commenting and subscribe to the channel. You guys are greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you next time. All right.